Hey fix babies, if you are a Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, or Scorpio, this message is for you. Before we get started, I do want you guys to know that we are in pre-shadow Mercury retrograde, which started today, and we do have a solar eclipse that is at the end of the month on April 30th, and it is in I gotta look that up, but it's going to affect you guys, especially Taurus and Scorpio placements. So we're going to get into it. So what you guys can expect this Taurus season is a shift. And this shift is going to transform you guys to get out your own way. With your eyes, overall energy bringing the sacral. I do feel like right now you guys are getting pushed to really focus on your creative endeavors and finding healthy ways to release your tension that you have in your hips. A lot of you are probably having a lot of tight hips or just a lot of pent-up aggression that you're still carrying. A lot of you are still carrying resentment, guilt, and shame. And I do feel like Taurus season, you're being pushed to ground that and work through that, especially with the Empress coming out in reverse. So a lot of you are in this energy right now where you're probably overgiving yourself or putting others before you, or there's some type of imbalance in your life, and that imbalance is going to be brought to your attention, especially with us being Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is not a bad thing. Everybody looks at it as a bad thing. It's all about revisiting, reassessing, and readjusting, especially when it comes to imbalances of self. I do feel like you guys, the imbalance of self, of putting others before you, will be something you will be working on and getting a new perspective of. I do feel like you guys will be going through kind of like an ego death, but something part of your life that's unbalanced will be ending. With the death card here, the transformation card here, it will be transforming and it will be ending. And I do feel like this is something that some of you have been struggling with for a while, and Spirit is saying you can't run from this anymore. Especially when it comes to forgiving. A lot of you are in this energy where you need to forgive yourself when it comes to certain decisions and choices that you are making, or mistakes that you made in the past that you kind of like brushed off, and they're coming back up again. Is so you guys can gain a new perspective on it, so you guys can reevaluate, so you can release it in a healthy manner. So Spirit is really pushing you guys to really sit down and be patient, but also plant your seeds for the future. I do feel like a lot of you are starting to understand that you made fear-based decisions due to the lack of support, or just due to your belief systems when it comes to how you see stability, or kind of what your environment taught you what you need to have. I do feel like a lot of you in this energy are planning bigger or setting daily goals for yourself, which is going to help you guys get the recognition and reward that you've been wanting from. And I do feel like the recognition and reward is that a lot of you place a lot of your self-worth and self-esteem on people around you, that you look for validation from them when it comes to your work or when it comes to how you see yourself. A lot of you are starting to see that validation that you've been wanting and needing from others, you're needing to give to yourself. And I do feel like Taurus season, a lot of you are going to really get that recognition award, that validation that you needed, and you're going to be pouring that into yourself, which is going to help you guys close out this cycle this season. I do feel like you guys are going to be going through this transformation over Taurus season going into Gemini. Right now, money might be tight for a lot of you with obstacles and challenges. I do feel like right now, you guys, those who have been struggling with maintaining money, I do feel like that is going to change. But I do feel like right now, what the reason why it's not changing, because a lot of you are needing to reflect. You need to reassess and reevaluate kind of how you're making your money. And a lot of you, this is all stems from your confidence. A lot of you, due to the Emperor being reversed, a lot of you, your insecurities are showing. Sorry, I live by a base, so it is loud. But a lot of you, your insecurities are showing. A lot of your doubts are coming up. A lot of your fears and worries. Because I do feel like a lot of you, if you were financially depending on people or someone, I do feel like that is shifting for you to be more independent, because there's a lesson that you're having to learn about yourself, and knowing that you can make what is it you need for yourself without depending on people or getting the validation or recognition that you need. A lot of you, this is your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is definitely closed. A lot of you, like I said, you're desires. You're not really going after what you truly want for yourself because you've been putting a lot of people's needs before yours. And I do feel like Taurus season, a lot of you are really having to ground that and rebuild yourself. But like I said, it's due to the lack of confidence when it comes to the choices and decisions that you're making. And spirit, for a lot of you fixed signs, because fixed signs do struggle when it comes to change, and a lot of you is because you need physical proof instead of really trusting yourself. So I do feel like your guides and your ancestors are transforming how you make fear-based decisions, or transforming how you see things. I do feel like a lot of you are going to be getting a new perspective about yourself, and how certain mistakes or failures that you made in the past is because you second guess yourself, or you place a lot of other people's opinions on it. And I do feel like a lot of you are probably going to be in hermit mode, to be honest, because like I said, a part of your life is ending. And as this part of your life is ending, it's a retrospect. It's giving you a new retrospect, a new perspective on yourself. With the blue here, I'm getting pulled to your third eye. So I do feel like a lot of your third eye is opening up. You're getting more self-awareness, more insight when it comes to patterns and habits that you have, which is helping you guys close out these certain lessons that you are closing out this Taurus season. I do feel like a lot of you are finally learning to speak truth to yourself and those around you, even when it comes to how you feel, because a lot of you struggle with being vulnerable, because you feel like when you're vulnerable, people use that against you, or it's just the fact that you don't understand your emotions, so it's hard for other people to understand you. So I do feel like this month a lot of you are getting pushed to really sit in solitude and understand how you sometimes when you get emotionally overwhelmed, how you isolate yourself and you cause yourself more stress because you're not opening up, because a lot of you are in this energy where you don't feel safe. And a lot of you need to ask yourself, why don't you feel safe? Is this because you don't feel safe because you're not giving yourself a safe space? A lot of you are in this energy of teaching yourself how to remother yourself. The things that your mother lacked to give you is things that you're needing to give to yourself. And a lot of you, this is learning how to be in your compassionate state, really forgiving yourself. A lot of you, your heart chakra and solar plexus are closed, and you're needing to really some of you are needing to write letters to yourself. Some of you are needing to just let yourself feel and acknowledge your emotion, which means if you need to cry, cry. If you need to yell, yell. If you're angry, let it out. But harboring it and suppressing it to the point where you get overloaded is what's causing a lot of you to hang on and to that aggression, that anger, a lot of guilt, shame. You guys are being taught right now, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul growth. And I do feel like a lot of you, your belief systems are changing. How you see stability, how you see yourself. You're starting to see that the programmings that you were taught from an early age, they don't resonate anymore. And a lot of you had to go through a lot of tests, or going through tests right now, or will be going through tests this Taurus season. And it's to teach you a hard lesson when it comes to perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to, and a lot of you, that perseverance is having that confidence in yourself on making shit happen, seeing how you can make money off of doing something that you're fulfilled, showing yourself that you are able to achieve your goals, showing yourself that you can face your fears. And I do feel like a lot of you, it stems from the fact that you're having to clean house. You're having to remove something that was, draining you, something that was depleting you. And a lot of you, this is just your mindset, because a lot of you are very much in your head a lot, because your emotions are getting so much overwhelming for you that some of you struggle to acknowledge what this motion means or why you're feeling this way. And I do feel like towards these, a lot of you are having to really sit with yourself, because your biggest lesson you're being taught is honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And you know how I said you guys, the blue represents the throat chakra. Like I said, a lot of you are getting self-awareness when it comes to your soul growth, that even though you're speaking your truth to others about how you feel and expressing your emotions, you're understanding that other people might be in denial about how you feel, or just telling you, oh, you don't feel that way. Spirit is saying all you can accept from yourself is truth. And as long as you speak your truth to yourself and and be honest with yourself and with the areas that you're lacking or the imbalances, Spirit is saying that is helping you change, help you step out of your comfort zone, which is pushing to the advice that your guides have for you. Sorry for the plane. A lot of you are intuitively, you guys are letting you guys know you guys are going through a change in the wind. You guys are intuitively picking this up. There's things that are happening behind the scenes that you don't see, but you internally feel. And a lot of you, this is change within yourself. And as this change within yourself is happening, you're going to start understanding why certain things happen the way they did. Because a lot of you are being told to just rest. Because you guys are shedding the mask of yourself. And as you continue to shed the mask, a lot of you are going to be stepping more into your true authentic self and being more aligned with those things that are true to you. A lot of you are struggling with divine timing. A lot of you are like, when is this going to happen? When is it going to show up for myself? Why am I always struggling? A lot of you feel like you're running out of time or you're behind, but you're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly divine timing is our ego. A lot of us, because this explains why your guys' solar plexus is closed. A lot of you are in your ego right now because you feel like things should happen now. But you're learning a tough lesson in patience. You're learning a tough lesson in understanding that you can't control things the way things are playing out. You have to let go of that mindset that you have to control everything. Especially with fixed signs, you guys struggle with control. When things are changing, y'all do not like it. Y'all like to do the same thing. So it gets you guys in this energy where you start to panic. But it's because a lot of you need to look at yourself, take the mask off. It's time to take the rose colored glasses off. Strong solar plexus energy. A lot of you are being told it's time to really address your emotions, your feelings, your desires. What is it you truly want yourself? And it's also time for you guys to really start looking at people on a soul-based level. Not just, on a soul-based level. Some of you have people in your environment who are mirroring aspects of yourself that you struggle to address. They trigger certain insecurities in you that you're not facing. A lot of you are also, there's certain things that you want for yourself, but you're starting to see the grass is not always greener. Some of you are also starting to see that just because someone's lacking something that you thought in your mind would fit your image, it's actually something that you need in your life. And some of you are being told that certain people around you are great at wearing the mask, that you're not seeing them for who they really are. And this, like I said, these are different messages general, but I do feel like that's these aspects that a lot of you are really having to see, is that you need to start believing people the first time. And others of you are really needing to start looking at people on a soul level, because a lot of you fixed signs is what I'm getting, looked at people on superficial aspect. You were seeing what they can give you instead of showing you how can they help you. And I do feel like that's something, a pattern a lot of you are starting to see in yourself, is like, okay, I'm helping this person, but they're not helping me back. So what shift is happening for you guys in Taurus season? You guys are being told with the first quarter moon in Pisces is honor your feelings. This is the biggest challenge for you guys. This is new energy that's coming in where you guys are having to really acknowledge yourself. So some of you are being told to meditate, be outside in nature, especially if you have strong water placements. Being by the water and being in nature is going to help ground you. But a lot of you are being told with the new moon in Capricorn, it's time to step up and lead, and it's time to step up for yourself. A lot of you are being told it's time to take action and go after things that you truly want for yourself. It's time to stop playing it small. It's time to face your fears and speak your truth. A lot of you, the truth, like I said, is that you need to speak to yourself, is that you've been playing it small and that you've been letting other people dictate your life. And it's time for you guys to step out of that and release that emotional baggage that you still carry within yourself and your solar plexus. Because a lot of you, some of you are really, I highly recommend getting a core clearing or clearing your energy field. Some of you, your aura, you've been around a lot of negative energy or like a lot of depleting energy that it's making you, a lot of you are making decisions that are not even yours. So this is what I'm getting for you, fixed signs. Change is happening, but this change is really happening internally, that's being reflected in your physical. So I hope this resonates, fixed signs. Have a good